Hey guys, welcome back to Grindtime, episode 2, part 2. So, after flopping top 2 pair and losing, I rebought and went on a nice little run. With some luck and a little bluffing, of course, I made a comeback. Here's a few hands I played. Okay, so there's a straddle, and I look down at 5-4 of spades. I make the call, and the straddler, he decides to pump it to 20. I'm gonna gamble here, and I call it $15. And the flop, we're heads up now. The flop comes 3, 4, 6. I check with my pair of fours, open-ended straight draw, and he continuation bets for 20. I call with middle pair and open-ended. The turn comes a blank. I check, and he checks. And the river comes, I blank again, I check, he checks, I show my fours, and they're good. Middle pair on the flop was good. So after playing tight for a while, I decided to play Queen Deuce of Diamonds. I limp, and the late positioner raises to $6, 3 times the blind. The big blind makes the call, and I make the call. So we're three-handed. About 18 bucks in the pot, roughly. Get my change back for my 10 there. And again, we have Queen Deuce of Diamonds. The flop comes Jack 9 Deuce with the Jack 9 of Diamonds. So I flop bottom pair, flush draw. He checks, and I'm going to fire out just under pot size bet of $14. And the guy that raised to 6, he calls, and the big blind folds, so we're heads up. The turn it's a 7 of clubs, and it puts 2 diamonds and 2 clubs. So I lead on bet $26, and he thinks about it for a little bit, and I'm just trying to think about what he's thinking about, and he hesitantly made the call of $26. It looked like he didn't like doing it. And so I need a queen, deuce, or diamond. And river, diamond, 5 of diamonds. I bet 50 right away. He senses I'm strong and immediately folds, and I take it down. So well played, I guess. Got lucky too. Okay, so in this hand we have 9-8 offsuit in the big blind. The under the gun calls, the button, the small blind call. So we're four-handed. I check. And the flop comes 10 of clubs, 7 of spades, 3 of spades. Get checked around, and the turn pairs the board with a 3 of hearts. And I decide to make a little small bet here. I bet $10, and the guy to my right calls a 10. And the river comes out. It was a blank, and I barreled it, and he mucked it, and I took it down. It was just a bluff. Okay, so here's a crazy hand. I'm in the big blind with ace-jack of hearts. 4 players. I'm going to limp into the pot. And no, I'm not going to have that. We're going to bump it up. I'll make it $15. And to my surprise, literally everybody calls. It's 5-handed. I didn't scare off anybody. I couldn't believe it. So I'm just praying. $60 pot. I'm like, all right. Probably a continuation bet, but let's see what the flop comes. So, 5 people, and we see a flop of King of Hearts, Queen of Clubs, 9 of Spades. So I need a 10 for a straight. I check, and the guy bets 30. And I just float. Now I'm floating here basically to see if I can spike an ace or a 10, or maybe, I just want to see how the hand plays out. The turn is a king and a check, and he down bets to $25. So I think he's really afraid of the king. That's my read right now. Now I'm going to barrel any river, basically. This is going to be a stone cold bluff. The river is, listen to this. See how quick I said that? And now we go into a little banter. I have nothing. I have ace high. The river bricked. and he's thinking hard. And I'm just looking right at him.
And this time I don't have the straight.
I said that because there's a straight out there, and I just thought maybe it would throw him off.
Hey, you are in combination.
So, this is where it gets interesting. We find out what he has because he shows us.
If I fold, will you show me?
If I fold, will you show me?
And I am too.
Maybe.
Huh?
Maybe.
Maybe.
That's what I got. I fold.
You fold?
Yeah.
Do you want to see it or not?
I want to see it.
You do?
Yeah.
You're not going to be happy.
He folded queens and nines, 2 pair. The turn with the king, he figured he was beat, and he mucked it. He had about 200 in front of him, and I had him covered. So that was a really ballsy play. So in this hand, I'm straddling, and I have 10-5 offsuit. The under the gun raises to $15. Player on my left calls. I call it $10 more. Just defending, mixing up my range here. Flop is a queen of clubs, 10 of hearts, 2 of his diamonds. Checks around, and the turn is a 10, giving me trips. Guy checks, the initial raiser. The guy on my right bets 15. And you know what? Nah, we're going to min raise here. And because he's my buddy, he knows I have it right here, and he makes the fold. And I even show him. I'm like, look, I got you beat. Sorry, dude. So that's it for Grindtime, Episode 2, Part 2. After all was said and done, I had a nice, profitable session. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you guys on the felt. Take care.